At Optavia, our mission is to offer the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. The following audio contains the personal testimonials of independent coaches and clients within the Optavia community. Their results are based on the unique experiences of their journey. We cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. We hope these stories inspire you to continue your journey with or join Optavia, but please note they have not been verified and your individual journey to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you speak with a healthcare provider in the U.S. or a doctor in Singapore and Hong Kong prior to beginning your journey with Optavia. Additionally, this audio may contain income or earning representations of some independent Optavia coaches. We cannot guarantee financial success. Success with Optavia is derived from successful sales efforts, which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Optavia acknowledges that this audio may be accessible to Optavia coaches in the U.S., Hong Kong, and Singapore. For independent Optavia coaches operating in the U.S., please see the Optavia Income Disclosure Statement for statistics on actual earnings of U.S. coaches under the U.S. Compensation Plan. Please note that the Income Disclosure Statement only applies to independent Optavia coaches operating in the U.S. under the U.S. Compensation Plan and does not in any way constitute any representations as to actual or potential accrual of benefits for Hong Kong or Singapore coaches under the International Compensation Plan. Yours in Health, the Optavia team.
All right. Well, we are so excited. Welcome as you're logging in here, perhaps, and checking this out. We are getting ready to hear some inspiring stories of transformation. Thank you for being a part of this. It's going to be really, really exciting. My name is Marcus Jones. This is my wife, Jen, and we're just really, really pumped to be with you tonight.
Yeah. If you're still on from the Habits of Health call, why don't you just give us a little yay, because that was amazing hearing the why of our guest. I know, okay, yay, I'm glad you're still on because you're getting ready to hear even more inspiring stories of just whole health transformation, which is what we do in Optavia. It's such a beautiful vehicle to really see our lives transformed. For the better. And if you're just logging on, we are so happy that you're here. And let's do what we always do. Where are you coming from? Where are you coming from? Especially if you're a guest. If you were invited on here tonight as a guest, welcome. This is a great place to start and discover and explore really the Optavia journey and what it's all about and how it can really impact your life for the good.
Look at all these locations. Yeah. We're like sea to shining sea going on here, and it's really, Purple Mountain's majesty, all of it.
Yeah.
And man, what an exciting opportunity that we get to hear some transformation stories. It's going to be really, really great.
So we should probably introduce ourselves. Here we go. Let's go. Let's just get started and jump right in.
Well, my name is Marcus Jones.
And I'm Jen Jones.
Yeah, and we are independent Optavia coaches, and it's really our honor to get to be with you tonight and actually host and kind of be a part of these transformation stories. I know each one, and you are in for a treat. Buckle up. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, I do want to start by just sharing a little bit about ourselves. We've been married 20 years and we have 4 kiddos, and they're now teenagers. And I actually kind of think it's a sweet spot because we're not they're in another room and we just said, shh, they don't keep coming in and they're not crawling all over me anymore, which is nice. But for us, this journey was such a gift. It came at a real pivotal crossroads in our life. We were in major transition. He was in huge career transition. I was in transition of kids going into school. I still had one home. I had done after every child, I had done a program of sorts to lose the weight, not to create health, just to get the scale back to where it was before, just to get back into my pre-pregnancy clothes. And I was a little weary of starting something new every single Monday. But that's all I knew. I actually didn't realize there could possibly be a better way or another way. And in the midst of all of our transition back in 2013, part of it included a major career transition and the thought of me going back to work. A friend reached out and just said, hey, do you want to explore Optavia? Do you want to explore if what we offer physically, mentally and emotionally, and financially might be a good fit for you? And it was no strings attached. And I trusted this couple. So I was like, I mean, well, he's like, what do we have to lose at this point? Like, I'm stressed out and
Well,
overwhelmed and up 30
to be honest
pounds.
with you, I was in that place, kind of, getting the blood work results from the doctor and having the, oh my goodness, awareness that like what I've been doing is not sustainable. And if you want to be around for the long haul, you're going to have to make some changes, bro. And like, that's where I was at, stressed out, overweight, broke, like, just like on the edge of that kind of stressville. And this was the moment when I say like, well, what do we have to lose? I genuinely meant that. And so this opportunity for us has been so transformational in every aspect of our life. We kind of feel like, how can we not kind of stand up and shout it loud? Right. It's a big deal.
Yeah. So 7 years later on this journey, we are super healthy. I mean, honestly, healthiest I've ever been as an adult, and you too. Yeah. And I mean, we're very middle-aged guys, and I don't feel it. I feel so good, and no more starting something new every Monday, because I actually have everything that I need to keep optimizing my health as I go on this journey with an incredible community and all the resources and tools, and truly, from a mental and emotional capacity, it has just lifted the load of so many things that bogged us down in the past, that it's enabled us to just serve more, and open up our circle of love a bit. And then truly financially, it was a game changer. It has become, it created so many options for us, and it has become the primary way which we serve mankind and resource our home and our family. So we're glad that you're here, and we hope you are exploring. And we do definitely now want to kind of jump right in.
Yeah, we really want to come to begin to share these stories, and we want to introduce to you our first story. Suki is coming to us, and this story of her life transformation, I'm going to let her unpack it. But you guys, massive changes that has happened. So Suki, will you come off and share with us a little bit about what this journey has been for you?
Thank you. Hi, Jen. Hi, Marcus. Thank you so much for inviting me to this call. I am so privileged and so honored. I first want to just share with everybody that's listening, I am ordinary. I am 53 years old. I have hypothyroidism. I've entered the dreaded M word, menopause. I'm balancing a full-time career. I have 2 children. I have 2 bonus children, and my world is crazy. My world actually crashed March of 2020 when I was diagnosed with COVID. I was hospitalized on the 30th of March, and I spent 6 days in the hospital fighting for my life. I would close my eyes, and I wasn't really sure that I was going to wake up in the morning or the next 20 minutes. I had oxygen, I was on IVs, I was on so many medications. And if you just all pause for a moment, this is Connecticut. It hit us here hard in the Northeast, and they didn't know what they were doing. We were given hydroxychloroquine, blood thinners, everything. For 4 days, I laid on ice because my temperature was 104 degrees and it wouldn't come down. I was hallucinating, and for my family and friends that were receiving text updates, my hallucinations were pretty wild. I came home after 6 days. I spent 10 weeks at home on oxygen. I spent 10 weeks wondering, and how am I going to get to where I should be, which is healthy and present and active in my world. My world is amazing, and I was fearful of losing it. So by clear divine intervention, I was hooked up with this amazing coach, Katie Lynn May, and I said yes because she had said yes. I plunged right into this. The why for me was I will not be where I was in March of 2020. Today, I am 51 pounds down. I did this full in 5-1, stuck to the plan, trusted the process, tapped into the community, worked with the life book, and relied heavily on my coach. I'm here because of so many factors, but I'm here because health is everything. Every single breath is precious. When you actually can't get one in, it's really precious. This plan works. When you trust the process, it works. I went to my doctor. She said, sure, you can do this. She gave me a limit on the weight loss. I'm a little over that, but that's okay. I've got a little cushion. I'm okay with that. And I'm back. I'm back to me. I'm giving to my children, my bonus children, my partner. I'm giving back to my friends. I'm no longer feeling out of control because I was out of control in my health and in my thoughts. And now I'm coaching, and I am so excited to spread total health joy and just share what healthy mind, body, and spirit means. Thank you.
Thank
Suki,
you.
she just said something that was, to me, like so impactful. And I bet every person listening to your story can resonate with this. You actually said you're very ordinary. And I think you're extraordinary.
Yeah.
I think that you are precious. And when you start talking about the preciousness of the breath that we've been given, I want you to just sit right wherever you're watching this call. I want you to take a deep breath right now. That's pretty precious. What's even bigger is the person that just drew the breath is even more precious. And I'm so glad that you are on this call right now to hear this story, because you are extraordinary.
Yeah.
You are precious.
Yeah.
And so thank you for sharing that, Suki. It's so big. And as we look right now all around the world, so much of our world is an absolute crisis. Worldwide obesity has nearly tripled since 1975.
This puts us at so much risk for things
Yeah.
that we're now aware of, like COVID, that we weren't aware of before, when we are carrying around this much extra weight as a nation.
Yeah, it's chilling when you think about it, but most of the world's population actually lives in a country where overweight and obesity kills more people than those who are underweight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And if you look at America, just America itself, almost a third of all the adults report that money is a major source of conflict in their relationship. How many can you relate to that?
Mm-hmm.
69% of workers are stressed about their finances. 72% are admitting to worrying about their personal finances at work. Look at this. In July 2020, this past year, rates of depression and anxiety in the US were more than triple of early 2019. That's what this past year has done to us. And the simple question is, how are you? Where are you at? How has this turned into an emotional minefield for you? It's a huge, huge deal. Mm-hmm. And I want you to hear Corey and Danielle's story. They're coming to us from the East Coast today. They have walked a journey in their own personal health that I want you to hear straight from them. Corey and Danielle, thanks for coming on and sharing with us today.
We are honored to be here. And I certainly can resonate with Suki, feeling just the ordinariness of our presence here. So we just feel honored, and we're grateful for this time and for the encouragement that it is for us on this call, and hopefully for everyone. My own personal story is a lot about the big picture of transformation for me is breaking some family patterns that involve food and drink. And for me, I'm not a very big person. I was a college athlete. Fitness came easy for me, but as soon as college ended, guess where that fitness went? It also ended. And but the habits and the way I handled food, just like the way I saw my family handling food and drink, that just continued to grow. It continued to increase and just build and build and build over time, to the point where I found myself turning 40. And after a few big cross-country moves and all the stress of that, turning back to those comforting habits of food and drink, and feeling that, that was just the comfortable place for me. And I got to a point where I just didn't even recognize my physical self anymore. And that went hand in hand with not recognizing my emotional and my spiritual self as well. So I knew I needed help. I was not a yo-yo dieter, but I was certainly not going to follow a program till I started seeing the things that a friend of mine, Nev, started posting. And I just thought, I really liked what she was saying. I liked what she was doing. So I talked to her about it, and then I did not sign up until a few more months later, when I felt like, okay, now I really have to do something. I'm a second grade teacher. My activity level shut down when COVID hit. And I teach, now I teach on an exercise ball, but the whole thing that I was doing for purpose and for activity just really changed. So I needed a big overhaul of my habits. And getting on program, sticking to a plan that gave me clear objectives to hit. Not only did I reach my goal and then keep going to the goal I didn't think I would reach, but I have seen, my energy as a teacher has increased. My joy in my work has increased. My patience at home has gotten better because my whole self feels better. So it's been good. And hopefully my husband doesn't think I'm lying.
You've been doing great. No, this really has been life-changing for us as a couple. To be honest, when Danielle told me about it, I was a little skeptical as to whether we would like it or whether it would work. But I like a challenge. So I was willing to jump in during COVID because I was kind of bored and stuck at home and wanted to do something new. Health has always been important to me. I thought I was pretty healthy. I'm a runner. I played college sports. And honestly, I thought maybe I'd lose 5 or 10 pounds trying something new. But as we got into the habits and I started looking into the science behind it, I just really liked the mentality. And I had never really thought about investing in my optimal health before and what I was putting into my body and why I was putting into my body. I just kind of was like on the seafood diet, and whatever I saw that I liked, I would eat. And I would often eat my biggest meal at night when I came home from work and eat a lot of chocolate chips or a lot of jalapeno chips during COVID. That was my favorite snack. And when I started changing some of those habits, the weight just started coming off of me. And I didn't think I could lose 30 pounds, but I lost 30 pounds. My running is so much better now. I'm back to my high school basketball weight at 41, which I never thought that was even possible. And then just digging a little deeper, it's really helped me mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I think I realized I was looking to food and drink to deal with some unpleasant emotions. And now I'm just kind of facing those and for what they are and recognizing my own need for God. And we talk about these things more together. So it's really been life-changing for us. It's been a game changer to think about how do we invest in our healthiest life rather than just kind of maintaining or just using food to make us feel better. And I feel so much better after investing in the healthier habits. And then practically, it's been really fun to coach other people because I've been mentoring people for years in what I do for work. And this has just given me another tool to take those relationships that are open to it to a deeper level and to really help people make significant changes in their life. And that's been a lot of fun. I've reconnected with old friends from around the country, taken relationships I have here in North Carolina deeper. And it's been really cool to see the change in their life as well.
Oh, you guys are great.
Yeah, so cool.
You were
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, delight to listen to your story. And honestly, I love that Optavia is for everyone, regardless of your weight loss needs or your purpose needs or your mental emotional needs. Like, this truly is a program. I love how you said no, Danielle. That was awesome. But it really is for everyone. And so before we are going to talk to you and give you the lowdown of what exactly this program is that you're hearing has transformed lives in such a meaningful way. Before they go into the details of that, I want to give you a little background on who we are, our story, our credibility. Like, okay, who is Optavia? Like, I want some of it. It sounds so good, but who are we? So we are a company committed to providing solutions for creating optimal health. And there's over 30,000 independent Optavia coaches and healthcare professionals. You've just heard from a few tonight, but there's over 30,000, and they are ordinary people like ourselves. And then there's like healthcare professionals. The co-founder and independent Optavia coach is Dr. Anderson, who is a amazing doctor. And in fact, he's a New York Times bestselling author. And really our mission is to offer the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. One healthy habit at a time. You heard that from all of the stories so far. It's like, yes, weight loss happens and the pounds melt off, and that's awesome. But their life is transformed because of the new habits that they create. So we're an American company that owns its own manufacturing and warehouse facilities. We have a strong corporate and an incredible field leadership and relationship. And to date, there's over 1 million lives that have been impacted for the good as a result of Optavia. And so we're so glad that you're here listening in. We want to now tell you the full details of this transformation program.
And as Jen said, for us, it is about lifelong transformation. We build that on one healthy habit at a time. And we have 4 components of our system. I'll tell you about them briefly. The first part is that you will receive an independent Optavia coach. You will be coached by somebody that is along on the journey right with you the entire time. Second, it's all about the habits of health, the transformational system. This is literally the action steps that we begin building into our life on a daily basis to transform our lives. And these habits of health are so powerful. Next is the community that Optavia really brings to bear. And I will tell you that out of my personal experience, this may be one of the most impactful, that literally we tend to become like the people that we do life with, and the community of positive people who share that same value is part of the structure, the components of our system that actually help us be successful. And then the fourth are our Optavia fuelings to set us up for success, to really get our nutritional life in balance and to optimally begin moving toward health.
Yeah. So here's what we offer. This is what we call the trilogy of optimal health. We use a combination approach of one-on-one team coaching and community support for clients and patients, providing guidance and encouragement. So the coach focuses on the client's values, needs, visions, and goals. So this is about you in 3 principal areas. And that's our trilogy that you're seeing here up on the screens if you're watching live. Optimal health and well-being. It's healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy finances. Our community of coaches are striving to not only improve areas of their lives, but also improve the lives of all they connect with. Like Suki said, spread the joy.
That's right.
And like the Paxtons were sharing that how they now coach and how it's just even deepened the relationships and broadened their circle of people that they can serve. So today we're going to focus on the 3 powerful areas of your life. We'll begin with healthy body and focus on physical well-being. And then we'll look at healthy mind. This is when you become a client and improve your mental well-being. And then finally, in the coaching component, we explore how to achieve financial well-being. That matters. And so I think that we would like to now head on over, before we talk about the benefits of becoming a coach, let's head on over just a little bit further north from where we're at. And we want to introduce to you Mark and Allison Howard.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Oh, this has been so good. Thank you so much. The fact that we're even sitting here together on this call is kind of miraculous and divine. Let's fast forward, or I guess not fast forward, let's rewind to the summer of 2018. And we were very lost. We were struggling as a couple. We actually had gone through a bit of a separation during that time. And are we there? We're here? Okay, good. So we were looking for a solution. We were looking for some way to really find health in our lives, in our marriage, in our finances. And we did not think Optavia was the solution, but sure enough, it was. And it's because I couldn't control a lot. I couldn't control Mark. Mark couldn't control me. And so what I decided to do was to control what I could, which was my own health. And so, Jen, are you seeing me okay? Because I'm seeing in the, yeah, we're good. Okay, good. So I decided to take this journey and get healthy. I had a little bit of a journey I needed to go on with my health. And I thought that might be a good catalyst for really owning, taking a little bit of personal responsibility for other things in my life. So I started getting healthy in the fall of 2019. And I saw Jen make a post on Facebook, and I reached out and I said, okay, I want this. Whatever it is you're doing, I want this. And of course, my entry point was because I wanted to slim down. I wanted to feel good about myself. But quickly, my eyes were open just a week into program, how good I was feeling with maybe what was possible. And I decided to start coaching. I had friends and family asking me, what are you doing? And I said, come on, let's do this together. I wanted accountability partners. Well, through my awakenings, Mark started having some of his own awakenings, and he kind of joined in. And let me tell you, the months after that were pretty transformational. So we both got healthier. We both took a lot of personal responsibility. We hired a therapist that we could not afford, but on a wish and a prayer, we wanted to heal things in our marriage. We wanted to heal things physically. We wanted to create options financially. And Mark, being the MBA in finance, and that's his career, that's what he does. As soon as I started coaching and really helping others just come along with me, I wasn't an expert. I was just really walking hip to hip with people and saying, hey, I need this, and you might too. Let's do it together. Mark started seeing a lot of the benefits of this program, not just in what was happening with me and the personal awakenings, but then also what was happening on a community basis, our friends and family, people in our area getting healthy together, and then financially. So do you want to share a little bit about your experience with that?
Yeah, what really got my attention with Optavia was when her business was growing, and the financial piece that we have now, and in all areas of our life, our marriage, our health, are a complete 180 to what they were over a year ago. I have been amazed at what Allison has accomplished. And the biggest thing with this that I've seen is the community. Allison's been surrounded by great people like Jen and Marcus and Doug and Tia, and just all of the folks on Optavia. Every training that I hear in the background while she's cooking or on the weekends in the morning, this community is so positive and so different from any corporate community that I've ever been a part of. And so we're just really blessed to have you guys, and we've just been really blessed by everything that Allison's done.
And so why I say that this is a miracle that we're kind of sitting here together is because we were on the heels of divorce. We were looking at ways that we were going to kind of break up our family and go our separate ways. And really, Optavia was a vehicle for true transformation. I give the glory to God. It's not Optavia didn't save us, but Optavia, I really feel God used Optavia as a way for me to kind of get a healthy mind and a healthy body and get clear on what I wanted to do. The life book led to the word, which led to a lot of breakthroughs for us personally. And then having financial options led to some margin, some wiggle room in our life. And it helped us to reconnect and realize what we want to create when it comes to legacy for our family. And so now our focus is totally different. It's just been a phenomenal experience. We cannot speak highly enough. If you are sitting here as a new person, a new coach, guys, dream big. You can do anything you want. And I feel like we're a testament to that, because guys, if you knew the whole story, you'd be like, okay, if they can do it, we can do it. So thank you for letting us share. It's been a phenomenal experience over the past 16 months.
So good.
Awesome.
Thank you. And
Thanks,
now
Mark and
everybody's
Allison.
like, I want in on this community and the options and the full transformation. So let me just share with you really our progressive growth model and what Allison and Mark both just totally jumped into. We move coaches through 3 competencies. You learn one competency and then you move to the next. So you start as a coach and you acquire and assist clients, like Allison was talking about, inviting people into the journey. And then in addition to acquiring and supporting clients, a business coach then begins to acquire and assist other coaches who come alongside and work with them. And then we teach them to be successful as business partners and health coaches. And then a business leader works with clients and builds teams of coaches and business coaches. And so the degree of compensation will follow these skill sets and the level of activity. And the good news is you don't have to have it all figured out to jump in. You just jump in and we grow as we go, and we do this together.
That's right. And so, like, how does it actually work for coaches? We really are a relational model. We're focused on well-being, optimal well-being for people. Coaches are self-employed, they're independent. There's a range. Some are full-time, all the way part-time opportunities. It is low cost to begin. They're very low operating costs. There is no inventory. So it's a very flexible business that you can work literally from anywhere.
Yeah.
We were doing Zooms before Zoom was cool, okay? That's
Right?
the reality. There's no quotas, no monthly purchases, and we actually give you the training and support that you need in an ongoing way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is what it looks like. There's a comprehensive training system that we do. There's a really learn as you earn, meaning that you're going to grow along the way at every step of the way. And we assist you with a mentorship team to come around you so that you can feel confident and competent in the different skills as you grow.
Yep.
Okay. You work at your own pace. Then there literally are all kinds of training and events, regionally, locally, nationally, all kinds of stuff that we do online that we do to support you along the way.
So we would love for you, as you are listening and exploring, as I did 7 years ago, to join our Optavia mission of really lifelong transformation. And as you heard tonight from all these stories, it goes so far beyond weight loss. It's really about creating new life, one healthy habit at a time, and then partnering with us to help the world create health and well-being and serving mankind in such a meaningful, transformative way. So thank you so much for being with us tonight. We had a blast being in your home, and we look forward to seeing you again next week.
Take care.
At Optavia, our mission is to offer the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. The prior audio contained the personal testimonials of independent coaches and clients within the Optavia community. Their results are based on the unique experiences of their journey. We cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. We hope those stories inspire you to continue your journey with or to consider joining Optavia. But please note that they have not been verified and your individual journey to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you speak with a healthcare provider in the U.S. or a doctor in Singapore and Hong Kong prior to beginning your journey with Optavia. Additionally, this audio may have contained income or earning representations of some independent Optavia coaches. We cannot guarantee financial success. Success with Optavia is derived from successful sales efforts, which require hard work, diligence, persistence, competence, and leadership. Optavia acknowledges that this audio may be accessible to Optavia coaches in the US, Hong Kong, and Singapore. For independent Optavia coaches operating in the US, please see the Optavia Income Disclosure Statement for statistics on actual earnings of US coaches under the US Compensation Plan. Please note that the Income Disclosure Statement only applies to independent Optavia coaches operating in the US under the US Compensation Plan and does not in any way constitute any representations as to actual or potential accrual of benefits for Hong Kong or Singapore coaches under the International Compensation Plan. Yours in health, the Optavia team.